Welcome between the hedges to Athens, Georgia and Sanford Stadium, home of the Georgia Bulldogs. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Auburn Tigers, taking on a team from the playoff a year ago, the Georgia Bulldogs. 48 Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. Georgia about to kick it off to get us underway. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. They'll give it to the back. Picks up the first down, still moving. And the defense finally makes the stop after the sweet run and good gain.
You know, in the SEC, you're going to have to run the football if you're going to win games. And you can go on and on talking about great Auburn running backs back in the day, but right here, right now, if this team's going to win an SEC championship, they need to force-feed this guy the football and let him go to work.
From the gun, running back gets to give.
Man, when I can run the football like that on first down and create second and inches and stay way ahead of the sticks and be in a position now where I can throw the football or run, I will have a lot of success on the offensive side of the football.
You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. Looking to pass. It's Nolan. Here's the pressure. And it slips through his fingers. Incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
Man, if you're going to win games, you have got to hit on the home run type plays, and that was a great opportunity right there. The receiver has got to be able to look that football in and make the catch.
This dog crowd is off the leash, and they are coming after them, bringing noise on third down. They'll stick to the ground, looking for the marker. Stopped in the backfield, and this defense has forced him into fourth down. Oh, a big decision here early as they leave the offense on the field in their own territory. They want to keep this opening drive alive. On fourth down, they'll try to throw it. Converts on fourth down. Still going. Hits the afterburners. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down.
That tells you a lot about their confidence in this quarterback. Fourth down early in the game on your own end, and you go for it. But when you make decisions and throws like that, it's easy to see why.
Auburn going to work with another first down. Whoops, someone moved a little bit early. Offense going to pick up a 5-yard penalty. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. The Tigers trying to pay off the threat on first and goal. The give to the back. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line.
The best red zone offenses are the ones who can run the ball in this area, but that's a tough ask today, especially against this unit. One of the best 5 defenses in the nation stopping the run. This is a really big moment in this game.
These fans raising the volume on 2nd and goal. The run up the middle, trying to power to the goal line. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Tigers.
The coaches always talk about starting fast and taking that opening drive and really setting the tone for the football game, and that is exactly what they did. And they finish it with a good brand of physicality, running the football, ending the drive, and getting off to the 6-0 start.
And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. He wisely lets that one bounce through the back of the end zone, and they'll take over at the 25. They go to the ground. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3. Guys, only Minnesota and Wisconsin have played more often than Auburn and Georgia. This rivalry is rich in tradition.
And you're right, Reese. This goes back to 1892. A long time. This game has been heated. You know a bunch of the names, a bunch of the storylines. And speaking of storylines, how about the mascot for Georgia literally trying to bite an Auburn wide receiver? That's how real this rivalry is.
Well, your opponent scored on their opening drive, so obviously no need to panic. But I know, having been in this situation as a quarterback, you want to answer right away. So really good to see him making some nice throws here on their opening drive. He's going to try and see if he can get this thing tied up.
On 3rd and short, they'll go to the power running game. And he'll have to check his feelings after that lick, but he did get the first down.
That's got to feel good if you're the offense, because 3rd down has been a bit of a problem all season long, but you love the way they're executing at this point, finding ways to keep the chains moving.
Georgia coming out with a fresh set of downs. Leaves it with the back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
Might be changing the route. They'll move the wide receiver. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Catch in the middle, it's Taylor. Turning it on! Across the 50 and knocked out of bounds at the 48. An explosive play gets this offense working. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They'll have it at the 49, just across midfield, 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on 1st down. The short hands, it's Hayes. And they'll make the stop, and we are headed to the end of the first period. That's the end of the period, and Auburn has the lead. We put one in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary. Lots of time left, and we're ready to get back to it and open the 2nd period. Sixth play of the drive coming up. Trying to beat him to the left. That is a big win for this defense, as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. That defender reacted immediately when he saw the play and just set his hair on fire toward the ball carrier.
And you got to see those plays. Those plays are very fast. It happens quick. There's no fake to a toss. It's pitching down the outside, trying to get to the wide side of the field. Great job by the defense. You got to set those edges by the defensive end, and everybody fly to the football.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Oh, you know what time it is when the defense gets that stop on third down. Fist up in the air. Nice job getting to the quarterback, putting some pressure on him, hitting him, forcing the incompletion. Fourth down, baby.
He'll get it to about the 25 before they put a stop to the return. So here comes the Auburn offense. He stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. Trying to make that rush think on the draw play here.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
Back to throw, it's Nolan. Got his man quickly. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
Look, as an offense, you're always going to take completions over incompletions and interceptions. So the offense, they're able to make that third down a little bit more manageable, but honestly, not that much.
The Dogs are off the leash and coming after him on third down. The give on the inside. Great penetration by this defense, and they knock him down behind the line. A loss of one.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground. That is a baller.
They'll put a stop to that return as he gets it up to the 41-yard line. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. They really need to find a way to punch back on this drive, already down 14. Motion from the wide receiver. They'll leave it with him. There he goes. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line.
Well, it's an electrifying run. You think about the tradition at the running back position for the Bulldogs. Herschel Walker into his Heisman Trophy. No Sean Marino. And how about this? Todd Gurley, Nick Chubb, and Sony Michel all there at the same time. I bet this guy could have gotten to that rotation, though, because he's got those types of skills.
Pulls and fires complete. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. The Bulldogs in a good spot here with second and short. Wants to go up top. The short hands, it's Hayes. He stopped at the 32-yard line, pick up a 5 on the play, and it'll be a first down. Running backs just have to be a weapon in the passing game, even for little dump-offs and checkdowns.
Yeah, find your matchups. I mean, you think about running back versus a linebacker. We like that matchup in space, and so find ways to get the football to your running back in space where you can break tackles and make things happen because they're just so dynamic.
With the catch, it's Taylor. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the first down. Whistle blows, and this is the 2-minute timeout, and these guys have a chance to take the lead before halftime. The Dogs with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. To the air on 2nd down. Makes the grab down the middle. Good job by the receiver there not to run into coverage, but to find a spot that the quarterback can throw in the ball.
Yeah, on those types of routes, Reese, they say if you're looking, you're booking. So if that's man coverage, the receiver's staring at the quarterback all the way across the field. That time, the receiver didn't give the quarterback his eyes, so they were on the same page. They both knew it was zone, and they executed that perfectly.
Give to the back. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a 1st down.
1st down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another 1st down. Gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense. If you're going to stop the run game, you better be physical up front on the defensive line. They've got some maulers. They've got some dudes with bad intentions. Nice play there.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Now on the move. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Dogs!
Nice job putting a drive together. Nice job punctuating the end of the 1st half. There's still some time left, Palmer, but they can tie this thing up right now.
Yeah, and this is a staff that has so much confidence in their offense. I like staying aggressive right here, going for 2, taking the lead into halftime, and putting a ton of pressure on the opponent.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Hey, guys, just wanted to get you a quick update on a game happening in the Big Ten. USC is currently working from behind, but in front of a packed Coliseum, anything is possible. That fight song, those uniforms, momentum can change quickly. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Iowa. We'll circle back to this Big Ten battle. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the 1st half. The offense will have to use its 1st timeout of the half. Looking for a physical attack from the gunner. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
Dropping back, it's Nolan. Going over the top. Oh, and it's picked off. Threw it right into the teeth of double coverage. They get him down at the 36. It will be a 1st down.
And I love this defense being ready at the end of the half, playing the 2-minute situation beautifully, forcing the turnover here now, a chance to break this tie, get some points. Nice execution by this defense late in the 1st half.
They'll get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the 1st half. And the defense forced that incompletion with the deflection.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the 1st half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the 2nd half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. He might want another play. Back to throw, time running short in the half. Caught in the backfield, it's Beal. Oh, he's got some space. Ripping up the huge gain down to the 17-yard line.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play for this offense.
To the air on first down. They're working that left side. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one.
Well, you've seen the last two plays now. This guy's versatility. You've seen why he might be playing on Sundays in the not-too-distant future. This guy can catch the ball. He's a big part of their passing game, and he's a weapon and a guy that this defense has got to be ready for.
Going to work on second down in the red zone, is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Back to pass. Grab near the marker. It's Hayes. Touchdown, Bulldogs! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone.
And the offense breaks the tie, takes the lead, gains some momentum. How big is this, Palmer, now going into the half with the lead, with the momentum?
Well, they break the tie, but they also break their confidence a little bit now. The opponent now has to go into the locker room probably down, and they're wondering, what adjustments do we have to make? What do we have to fix? Because we've got our work cut out for us in this game.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Trying to get the edge on the toss. Shut down in the backfield again, and that might do it here in the half. And what a way for this defense to wind up the quarter. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. Auburn ready to boot it deep to start the second half. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. They'll open the second half with a run. Finds that crease, and he's got 4 out to the 29.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. The offense changing the play. Going to swing it on second down. Makes the catch. Looking for room at the 40. Breaks into the open. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49.
Today's game in football, it's about getting your speedsters in space. Why? Because you let them do the rest. You get them the football quickly, let them break tackles. You see so many times them making plays after the catch. So hard to stop.
It'll be a first down from the 49-yard line. Give to the running back. the tackle. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the second half.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Looking to fire. Flushed out of the pocket. Finds a man in the middle. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down. So it's not just a strong running game. The Dogs can be dangerous with those weapons up top.
And I think when you've seen Georgia really dominate in college football over the last several years, it's because they've been more aggressive, more willing to throw the football early downs, trust their quarterback, not just the ground game.
And after a successful run like that on first down, if you're the offensive coordinator here, maybe you're thinking about being aggressive and potentially taking a shot, because even if it's incomplete now on second, you only have a short amount of yards to go here on third.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33.
When you make a quarterback feel comfortable, man, they'll sit in that pocket, they'll go through their progressions, but when you start to hit them, they become very human, very average. They got to do a better job of keeping him upright, protecting him, so he can have a better second half than he did first.
Wants to adjust the pattern. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Slings it downfield. Makes the grab. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down.
When you're going to run a comeback route, you've got to sell like you're going deep, and that was a great job there by the receiver, really making that corner think he was running deep down the field. So we got the corner to turn his hips, turn his shoulders, and then the receiver was able to just pivot around and make it an easy pass and catch.
It's 4th down, and they can make the field goal from here, but it looks as if they're going to leave the offense out there. A design run for the quarterback. He's not going to get there. Stopped short on 4th down.
The defense, I think, was just more physical on that 4th down, guys. That was a design quarterback run, and they're calling that because they're trying to get extra blockers at the point of attack and get a numbers advantage, but just the defense fighting off the blocks, being where they're supposed to be, and not letting the quarterback break free. You just can't do a better job than the defense did on that 4th down.
Looking to throw, it's Nolan. Fires to the wideout. Picked off. What a way to set him up. Taking it the other way. Touchdown, Georgia. How about this defense taking one back to the house?
And the free safety roaming the middle of the field, you can see just reading the quarterback's eyes. And how about the break on the football, taking a great angle to pick it off and then do some damage and make the big play for this defense to score some points.
And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Looking downfield on 1st down. Good hands in there by the defense to force the incompletion.
This is a situation here in the 3rd quarter this offense did not want to be in, facing a top 10 defense, one of the best units in the entire country. They didn't want to get down on the scoreboard like this and all of a sudden have to throw the football when the defense knew that was going to happen. The incompletion there is not a big surprise.
He'll take the deep shot. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at third down.
This quarterback has been struggling to find a rhythm in his game so far. Didn't have a ton of success in the first half, so here he is trying to ignite the offense with a deep shot, but not able to come away with the completion.
The dogs are barking and growling and trying to hold him here on third down. Back to throw, it's Millen. He's not afraid to go deep. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on.
And you thought maybe in this second half this offense could just find a rhythm, find something to take advantage of this defense, but the defense has really had their number, not putting up a lot of points, and again, an empty possession right there.
On fourth down, they're taking to the air. He tries to take the top off. And he throws his third pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return.
Coming out of the tunnel in the third quarter, this quarterback now is really struggling with his decision-making. 2 picks here in the third quarter. This looks like Jekyll and Hyde from what we saw in the first half.
Well, and the bad thing is they're going to be in passing situations. They're coming from behind. They're going to need him to play better. Like, he's going to have to read the field better and make some plays if they want to get back in this football game.
And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. These last couple of drives, Jesse, have been about the defense making clutch stand.
I think for this offense, they can stay aggressive knowing that their defense is going to bail them out time and time again here.
Yeah, and especially when you go for those fourth down situations, you do that a lot of times because you know your defense can make stands, make stops. They did on that last possession for you.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Grab behind the line. It's Barber. Turning it on. They get him down with this offensive setup. 1st and goal from the 9.
It's a nice play call there. You've got 2-possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead. They know you're going to run it, but you still have got to be able to sprinkle in some shot plays and some vertical throws. That was really, really good thinking on that last play call by the offense.
And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down.
In football, you hear the term quick, but don't hurry. And you could tell when you run these RPOs, the QBs want to make that decision quick. And I think he hurried it a little bit too much, got the ball out quick, but obviously was inaccurate with his pass.
Quarterback may change this route. Wide receiver going in motion. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Keeps looking downfield. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Dogs! No midseason doldrums for these guys as they push out the lead in week 6. The Dogs are starting to hunker down, and they are sinking their teeth into the Deep South's oldest rivalry.
And the red and black going crazy, the fans going nuts, and Georgia has dominated this rivalry of late. Auburn fans are sick and tired of the Dogs, but man, they got to do something about it.
And they knocked through the extra point, and they're up 28-7. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And what a way to finish it with a 9-yard touchdown run. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. On the ground, it's Bohannon. He gets nothing, and they're staying stubborn with this running game, but at some point you're going to have to change your thought process. We've reached the break, and Georgia is on top. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. Just about ready to go in the fourth, and we'll see if any drama can be mustered. And a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on second down. They'll go right back to the run. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. I think at this point you might as well try to throw the ball down the field because this dog defense is not giving an inch.
They don't give an inch. They hunt the whole entire game. And they're all highly recruited kids. They're all talented. They're all going to get drafted. But they play for each other. They play with fight. They play with aggression. And that's why you always see them near the top of the defenses in all of college football.
Throws to the wideout. Got his man downfield. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. Auburn to the line in a hurry.
This has been a frustrating day. I mean, they haven't moved the ball consistently, and now you get a play, but they haven't put 2 and 3 and 4 plays together, and that's why they're trailing in this football game. So maybe they can find some kind of a rhythm here late in the game and get something cooking.
He's got an open man. What a play there, and he rips off a big one all the way to the 16-yard line.
This guy's gotten off to a good statistical start, guys. With that last completion, he's already now over 1,000 passing yards on the season, and man, you know he's looking for more.
From the red zone, looking for a space. Working that left side now. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there.
And quarterback receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch, easy catch.
Going to work in the red zone, they can pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Back to pass, it's Nolan. Hit as he throws. To the end zone, and it's picked off.
Nice job by this defense. That might be the exclamation point. Fourth quarter, I got a lead. You bring on the nickel defense. You know they're passing the football for plays just like that to make the INT and almost put this one away.
We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. Stacked up after gaining a couple to the 23.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position. You're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Quarterback making checks. Back to pass on 2nd down. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
The most frustrating thing I see in football is when teams give up and they quit and they wave the white flag. It drives me nuts. You're on the field. Your job is to stop them. It doesn't matter what the scoreboard is. It doesn't matter how much time is left. Keep fighting. Keep grinding. You never know what can happen. Maybe you get hot. Maybe you make an all-time comeback.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy. That's why the ball falls incomplete.
To the air, it's Nolan. Unloads to the wideout. And he's in for the touchdown, but hang on just a second. There is a flag on the field. That score could have put them within realistic striking distance, but the penalty turns things around, and they'll have to go back to work. Wants to fire on second down. Looking for a deep man. And it's an incomplete pass on the deep shot, but the flag is down. Let's check the call. They'll decline the penalty here and let the result of that play stand. Third and long from the 30-yard line, in this defense hoping to knock them out of field goal range. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. A beautifully placed ball to the outside, and the toe drag for the big pickup. Down by multiple possessions. They can't come up empty on this drive in the fourth quarter. They'll go for it on fourth down. He is stopped short, and they'll turn it over on downs. Just a crushing blow at this point in the game.
Hey, if you're going to go for it on fourth down and you decide to run the football, you got to be sure up front that you're going to win in the trenches. They didn't get it done that time. They need to be more physical moving forward. They're going to try to do that again in the same type of situation in this game.
And I think this is where coaches really earn their money late in games, right? It's in the fourth quarter. You got the lead. Do you want to stay conservative and run the football? Because I see the defenses, they start to get aggressive, and so sometimes you can take the other hand and take advantage of it.
And the Bulldogs can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. And some room to work. There he goes. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains after the 34.
And this is exactly what you want to do with run offense. You have the lead. You want to chew the clock, keep the ball on the ground, keep that thing just ticking, Palmer.
They're just imposing their will, Dave, and that's something that we've seen, I think, all game. Up front, they've been the more physical team. They're the ones that's getting pushed and that's getting movement, and it's carrying over all the way here deep into the fourth quarter.
They've got a 1st and 10 at the 34. They'll keep it on the ground to keep this clock moving. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line?
You want to stop the run game, get the big defensive tackles in the middle, getting penetration. Those big boys eating up blocks, taking away gaps and holes for those running backs to run through.
Using his power and his sweet feet to get into the backfield quickly.
And you know you're athletic when you're described with power and sweet feet. I mean, just put those two things together and you're just pretty amazing.
After run, now throw. Makes the grab. It's Taylor. And they'll stop him just short of the first down, just inches away from moving the sticks.
And this offense continuing to spin the football, man, continuing to add to a great day. They built this big lead. They've shown you a variety that they can do a lot of really, really good things. And I like it, man. Continue to throw the football. Continue to be who you are. It's the defense's job to stop you.
Just nowhere to go against this defense to find that single yard he needed on third down.
Well, that play didn't stand a chance. I mean, nobody even blocked that guy, and he's able to get the tackle for loss.
Georgia sends out the punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And before they can kick it, the receiving team's going to call a timeout. They already have a comfortable lead up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on fourth down. Using his feet. He didn't make it. They'll have to give up the football, and hope is still alive.
It is what it is. There's no pressure. This game's over. You're up by a ton of points. They're not going to come back here in the fourth quarter, so you're just trying to put up more stats. And listen, stats count. We all count our stats. At the end of the season, we look up, you got 1,000 yards receiving. All these plays still matter.
And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. This offense needs something to feel good about. It hasn't been very productive today, Jesse.
Well, I think it's just a
strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46.
And this defense came to play. They know about the high-profile QB. They rose to the challenge and dominated the competition today. They took care of business, and they made no doubt about who's the better football team.
And the Tigers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Oh, he wants it all. And he bats it away. It falls incomplete.
And this defense has put a game together. It is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game today.
Complete. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. They're in field goal range here on fourth down, but they're going to keep this offense on the field. A shot toward the end zone. Can't complete the long throw, and the defense gets off the field on fourth down.
Well, it's been that kind of day for the offense, and this quarterback specifically. They've had their chances. They've had opportunities throughout the course of the game to get some pitches and catches and make some explosive plays, just not able, though, to hook up. And you saw it on that fourth down play right there. They're trailing by a lot of points because those are the throws you've got to make if you're going to win games like this, and they just have not been able to get it done.
It is Georgia taking home the W in the Deep South's oldest rivalry. That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.